his bodyguard could not find his name in the voter roll. The EC came out with a statement saying that that is so because the bodyguard was on a different roll in a different polling center. So he was directed to that particular polling center, and he's actually casted that vote. So that has been cleared. Now, the National Democratic Congress, the largest opposition, held a press conference which was addressed by the Director of Elections, Elvis Efie Ankra, who made assertions to the fact that they have arrested some polling or some people with already thumb-printed ballots that were going in the favor of the NPP, and they have handed them over to the police. Those who they apprehended were not handed over, but they did hand over the ballot papers. We are waiting for the police to come out with some response. It's been over 5 hours since that press conference was held. Nothing from the police so far. We're hoping that by tomorrow something would have been done about that. Police have been instructed not to escort ballot boxes. That was one of the allegations that the NDC made during that press conference. But the NPP's Mustafa Hamid has spoken to that issue, saying that the claims being made by the NDC to the effect that the votes will be rigged is delusional. Those are the words of Mr. Mustafa Hamid. He is Deputy National Campaign Manager for the NPP. He says these claims are born out of fear of defeat in the general elections. Currently, we get information that over 25 constituencies that previously were held by the NPP have fallen to the NDC. We also got wind of the fact that some 7 seats of the NDC now belong to the NPP. These are not certified results. These are not, in fact, the totality of it all, but, a fairer picture. Over 75 to 80% of the votes that have been casted and so far declared, though uncertified, are those we are standing on to put out these assertions. So the figures still keep coming. We mentioned earlier that in Hohoi, the Minister of Energy that is John Peter Mewu, has won the seat. Well, the votes keep trickling in from that particular constituency, and it's yet to bring finality to the issues there. So when the final figure comes through, we'll let you know, so you know who is taking the seat, whether the NDC is maintaining or John Peter Mewu of the NPP is going to take that seat and represent the people. Okay, right. So, yes. Also, earlier in the day, there were reports of some 2 people, one at Alhaji Salam Granny Mill and another in the Otuchumi area, with regards to, tearing off the image of generally tampering of ballot papers, of the presidential ballot papers, which was described as the tearing off the face of the NPP's presidential candidate, the person of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Okay, so back to the studio. I'm joined again by the NPP's Gifty Asidwa Entry and the NDC's Ransford Oduyemo. They are going to be here with me till 12:30 when we shall drop curtains for the time being and then report later in the morning. So I'm sure you've got some of the results trickling in. What are your impressions generally? Let me start with you, Ransford.
Thanks to our viewers for staying with us. Bright greetings to you. It's quite interesting, and I am having a report that we are almost winning all the 15 seats in the Upper East region. Yes. The last time I told you I was in the Upper East region for some consultancy work, and I was telling you it's likely we are going to win those seats because there has not been any work done over there.
Okay.
And I was telling my colleague the last time we were on set that, look, if you sit in Accra and you as an MP shouting 4 more for Nana, campaigning for the presidency without going down to campaign for yourself, the moment you start losing the parliamentary seat, it's going to affect the presidential results. So we know the dynamics. We have been in that situation before. In 2016, I mean, it was on us. And after, you remember we set up a committee to look into our defeat, what really make us to lose that election. And our people from the other side were making fun of it. But look, today we are seeing the result of that singular act that we did pertaining, because it's quite instructive that a party that just lost an election in 2016 with a huge margin, they claim they won the election by 1 million votes, okay? For the party to come back so attractive, for people, to the extent that we started even taking seats from incumbent MPs and cabinet ministers. That should tell you how strong the party is at the grassroots. And all this thing happens because we went into what means to lose the 2016 election. We addressed the issues, we tackled the issues head on, and this is the result we are getting. Per my information, we are almost sweeping the seats from Tema, and we'll take it through the coast up to
we get a report that in Tema, the MP who won by 3 votes in the last elections has lost his seat.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And come to Lejokuku and then Krowo and La Osu, Nilante Vadapoy, I understand he's winning with over 25,000 votes. Continue, because for him, the president has even endorsed him. So I am not surprised he's going to win massively, because having the presidential endorsement, endorsing his opponent, urging his supporters to vote for Neil Antiva at that point.
It was a slip of tongue.
Okay, he continued to do that. And it's good for us. It's good for us because in Ho, he did the same thing that the God allowed the NPP to come into power so that Ghanaians will see the good work of the NDC. So these are facts. You see, when you keep deceiving yourself, this is what you find at the end of the day. So they should be frank with the issues. Let them really understand what is taking them back to opposition, and then they should go and organize and come back again. This election, we are winning the election hands down, and it is just clear. There's no way we are going to win the parliamentary seat, more parliamentary seats, and then they having the president. It would never happen because the votes will translate. As I said earlier, we don't have a strong third-party force and independent parliamentary candidates and who drag this whole thing down. It is the same people who are voting for the flag bearers are the same people who are voting for the parliamentary candidates. So it is good news for us in the NDC, and I think at this moment all we need to do is to keep our eyes on the ball, make sure we don't blink, make sure we don't get complacent in this last minute. I understand there are downsides in some areas. We should make sure
there was a report of
we light on
the central region.
Exactly, not just central region, some parts in the upper west region as well. I'm having reports. So look, let's do this for the last. It is about us. We keep saying that this is a rescue mission. It is a communal labor. And I'm so glad that our people have really put themselves into this communal labor thing. We are working tirelessly. Nobody is demanding anything. We are doing it for God and country. And I think it is good for us. I am so happy with events, how things are moving.
All right, so Gifty, what have you observed so far? The figures and all that?
Yes, most of the figures stripping are provisional results. It's not been confirmed yet. So I don't agree with Transford because the provisional results on the presidential that we have now, Nanado is having about 54.47%.
Per what you have?
Per what I have.
Okay.
John Mahama is having 44.29%.
That's presidential.
So that's presidential. And even with what he was talking about, sweeping the coast, those results, like I said, they are provisional results that have not been satisfied. And you mentioned Ladade Kutupon. I have not heard of Ladade Kutupon yet. They are still counting, collating Ladade Kutupon's results. So it is not true that you are coming. See, the MPP is winning. The MPP
are you winning the last seat?
Yes, we are winning
with the figures we've seen so far.
We are winning. See, it is not over until it is over. You know, in 2016, similar incidents happened when the NDC started jubilating. You know, but at the end,
that was presidential. But in the case of
no parliamentary. It was parliamentary. Then at the end, Obama won. You know, so until everything is collated, you can't say for a fact that they've taken the seat. And talking about this light off or total blackness, there are machines. Anything can happen.
But why should it happen at such a time? We know how
important
there are
machines.
The lights are
it's just like when COVID was coming. COVID didn't inform. So when machines trigger off, they don't inform. You know, they don't inform, so it can just go off at any time.
So, okay, Gifty, are you telling us that if it was the NDC that was the reins of government and this thing happens during a day like this, you would have cause for worry?
That means they are machines.
But you would have cause for worry?
No. They are machines, and with machines, anything at all can happen. I still have the hope and belief that the MPP is winning, and we are going to win many seats, and we are going to have majority in parliament. To me, we still have hope.
Yes, they are also divided, yes, but yes. It looks like you are losing many of your seats. Over 25.
See, so until it is being declared, I'm not taking that news. Until it is being declared by the EC, I'm not going to go with that. No, when it comes to elections, because something, anything can happen, you know. Anything at all can happen. So the NDC shouldn't jubilate over this. I heard they started jubilating and all that.
Why shouldn't they jubilate?
Because they are going to
cry the
they are going to wash the powder they've started pouring on them. Very soon, some are going to go under their shower and be washing the powder. Others are going to end up in the hospitals and all that. So when you jubilate ahead, that's what happens to you, you know. So that's why I told you, until it's over, it is not over. Okay. Me, I'm not going to jubilate. I'm waiting for the EC boss to come and declare.
Right.
And from
so
there,
Vanessa Derry, you have been with the EC for some time now. Your mom, Auntie Maggie herself, a very long-serving official with the Electoral Commission. You've been with the Klote Sub-Metro, now the Klote municipality, and you're doing a very good job. God bless your efforts. God bless the efforts of all Electoral Commission officials, those contracted to work for the Commission today and the days ahead. You are God sent. You are serving Mother Ghana, and may God bless you. The cash being provided would not be enough to say thank you, but from our hearts, we say thank you. Vanessa, when we meet in Osu, we'll continue with our fight, but let me thank you for the job you're doing for Mother Ghana here on this set. Now, back to my guest.
I see there's no way John Dramani is going to win. I told you from the beginning that Ghanaians appreciate free SHS, they appreciate NACOB, they appreciate one district. You know, all those good policies that the MPP put in place, they are the things that Ghanaians based their votes on, you know. So there's no way John Mahama is
So how are you sure? You say that you are sure that it's not over yet because, well, you're sure that you've not lost because it's not over. Yes, but you sound sure that you've won when it's still not over.
That one is with the parliamentary seats.
Okay.
That one is with the parliamentary seats, but with the presidential, for that I'm 100% sure that we are going to win because His Excellency has done a lot of job. And I told you from the beginning.
With the votes that I told you from the beginning, candidates would be getting.
No. If you look at the figures coming in, there are a lot of skirts and blouse. A lot. You see some places that they vote massively for the president, but you come to the parliamentary candidate, it doesn't have anything there. even here, for instance, I'm seeing those things. I'm seeing more of how do you call it, Nanado and less of Girard. You know, in other constituencies, when you look at the results, it is like that.
Okay.
So people have gone in for skirts and blast. That is making Nanado to lead. You know, to have more votes than those with the parliamentaries.
That would also be closing the gap of Nanado. If in those particular areas he had won previously in the 2016 elections.
If it should even close the gap, we are winning. What is important is we winning. What is important is Nanado being declared for the second time. Well, so it doesn't matter whether the gap is closed or not. You know, it doesn't matter. And I'm assuring there isn't going to be run off as well.
So 7 hours ago, almost 7 hours ago, you know, the polls closed. The Electoral Commission promised us 24 hours. So we're expecting 7 in the evening or 5 in the evening of tomorrow. They would have done the needful by declaring the winner of the presidential polls. Ransford.
You know, all parties have put in machineries to collate their independent results. Media houses are doing the same. And so we all know the direction this election is heading towards. And like she said, I mean, we are not going to go into runoff. This election is just one touch. Ghanaians have spoken. No. Ghanaians have spoken, and it is well on the ground. You know we've won the Bibila seat.
Yes.
Nitu is gone. Yes. You see, when you look at the seat we are winning, we have just weakened the machinery of the sitting president. Look, big shots have been for, and if you have been a political watcher, you know that it is not just good for any sitting president to have even hold on to power after losing massively in this parliamentary results that we are getting coming in.
Okay.
See, when you hold on to free SHS, you see, we have an estimated of about 1.2 million students who benefited from the free SHS. And one thing people don't take into account is that these young people who are in school, their focus, their way of thinking is mostly being directed by the kind of parents or the family structure they are coming from. That is one thing they don't know. They are being influenced by the political party, their guardians or whatever.
Not anymore.
Oh,
that is
not anymore. Children of these days are more smarter than even we.
I'll come back to you. So
not anymore. I don't know which community you are talking about.
You know why you are having all these strokes?
No, I'm saying that.
You know why you are having all these strokes?
It might be maybe peculiar to some community or maybe a community, you know, but not everywhere.
But Gifty, if you have 1.2 million admitting. Don't forget 1.4 million were also dropping out. No, what I'm
every
saying,
year,
you are not getting me.
You are saying that those
I am making a point.
That all didn't.
Where you think you are going to get 1.2 million votes from the free SHS.
It is not possible.
And I am telling you that most of these students, most of them, they are being influenced by their parents' parties their parents belong to. I'm a full phobian because I cannot join any football club for the fact that I was born into a phobia family.
I see.
You understand? So there are some things you cannot change from those.
That is slavery.
No, it is not.
Slavery.
I am telling you something at that. Look, when you take children of that age, they are not too independent, okay? To start making an informed decision about where their political decision will be. I quite remember there was a time a friend's daughter was in, I think, Archbishop Potter Girls or something. And then they were asked to come back home one Friday because they've run out of foodstuffs in school. And then they came and they were telling us this and this, and they think we are kids. We know where to, even we will not vote for them. Those children, that was what they were saying. So you see, when you don't take data of those students, because this is something that everybody is enjoying. It is not for vote. So when you start tying your political fortune to a policy, that is where you have it wrong.
It's not
because
any policy.
because
Wait,
you have tied your political party
policy
into the free SHS.
wasn't any
So
policy
everything
at all.
that
But is that not what political parties do? They campaign on political promises and hope to make their fortunes on those same policies.
We have things that when you are doing, you look at the national interest.
So did you
But
look at
the moment-
did
the
you look at the
moment-
national interest when you said you want to legalize Okada?
Yes, of course. The national interest of legalizing Okada, it seems you still don't understand the purpose Okada serve. Bringing in those toys cars, okay, will not even work in Accra.
Okay.
Because when you go to, say, Brown Ahafo, Upper East, Upper West, Northern Region, they use the Pragia, or what do they call it?
Pragia.
Yes, where they said it's Mama Kambu. That's what they call it over there. You can't even bring it to Accra, because when you bring it to Accra, you still be stuck in the traffic, because that tricycle cannot make way
No. But
in the
that's
traffic. So
hold
the
on.
purpose of the Okada,
Ransford,
the
Ransford,
purpose
hold on.
of the Okada
Ransford, hold on.
was not to replace the transport.
Ransford. So are you
system
saying
where-
it is right? Wait, please. I want you to. Are you saying it is right for the motorcycle be going through through the in between
traffic?
two cars?
in between two cars. Whenever roads are being designed, we design roads that even when you are driving and you have a problem, you can just pull off.
That is the service
Okay.
road.
That is
the
what I'm saying.
But this one, they don't use the service
I'm
road.
coming.
They
It is
use
because
in
they are not
between. They
regulated.
like meandering
It is
through.
because they are not
So
regulated.
it's a regulation.
That is
So
why, that
it
is
is
why
an
we are
offense.
talking of regulation.
It's an offense because
Yes,
the
that is why-
the
But
regulation is
DVLA.
there. They
You
have proposed
cannot-
the
you
regulation.
cannot-
Listen, the
something- you
DVLA
cannot claim
gives.
that something
Listen,
is an offense when there's no regulation.
No, but the
Okay?
DVLA gives motors. When they give them license. When they give them license, they are expected them to follow traffic as cars used to.
That is what I'm
but
saying.
they don't do so.
When you
regulate
them, when you regulate them, then now you can have laws, okay, to do the regulation.
Then don't bring
But
in
there are
the
laws already
purpose.
that guide,
Then don't bring in the purpose.
Yes,
Then don't bring in the purpose.
Those laws,
Don't
because
bring in the purpose.
we don't have it legalized, okay?
Then don't
so
bring in
there's
the
no
purpose.
law that regulates something that is illegal. You
So
understand?
don't bring in the purpose because
what I'm
you
saying
said
is-
that those
what I'm
toys
saying
cars.
is,
You
yes,
said
so we
you
fa-
call
you-
those
you see
those
the
cars
need.
toys.
You
Listen,
see the need.
We are thinking
No, you
about
see
saving
the
the
need.
lives
No,
of
you
people.
see the need,
And we are
okay?
talking about them
No,
going through
You see-
and killing people.
No. You see, when you have
Because the
regulation,
purpose you want to
cars
mention
don't-
is
cars
being
kill,
fast or easy.
car
That is what you
kills,
want to tell me.
Airplanes kill.
But
okay?
not as much as the Okada.
When one airplane fall, how many people die?
How many
But
times
still
do
we
they
fly.
fall? But how many
Okay?
times do they fall?
Accidents
No,
on our
how many
roads,
times
they all
do they
happen
fall?
at the same
How
time.
many times do they
let's
occur?
look at the positive
No,
and the economic
so that's what I'm asking. How
aspect
many times
of
do they
the
occur?
Okada business,
You look
okay?
at the trend.
You are looking at, no, you see, Gifty, when this thing is regulated, okay, you not have these Okadas riding in red light. They ride in the red light because they say when they stop, okay, the police at most intersections, they come for their keys.
That
and
is not
stuff.
true.
No.
That is not true.
Gifty,
There
I
is
am-
no
I
way.
am
Listen,
just
there is
telling
no way.
you-
If
I am
if
just
your motor
telling
is
you-
licensed, listen. If your motor is licensed
it is
and you
licensed,
have
but
it's
you are
licensed,
using it for
you have-
commercial. It's an illegal activity because
Yes.
we don't have it in our laws
Yes.
that we should do Okada business.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So if they are being arrested,
yes, that is what I'm
they
saying.
have to be
being
arrested. And
based
even
on the illegality.
this
Okay?
illegality even came
Yes.
about under
Yes.
John Dramani Mahama.
Yes, that is what
he
I'm saying.
instructed
that is
the
what I'm
police.
saying
He instructed
yes,
the police to
something
be
can- and
arresting them.
You want to do away with it. It gets to a point you have realized that look, the thing is serving a purpose
Okay.
that you cannot correct within the shortest possible time. You need a long time.
Okay, so now how do you tell me
Yes.
how do you fulfill that purpose? Because you are talking about being able to go somewhere fast.
Yes.
Because how does it go fast? Because it will have to meander through that.
You know
and
what?
that is the dangerous thing we are talking about.
Yeah, gifty.
So,
but
if
we are
you
looking
say
at
you legalize it,
economic
how
benefits,
sure
okay?
are you? How sure are you they will still not? Because if they have to be in the traffic, still they will delay.
When you go to up north, okay, and the light is red, no Okada, no motor,
but not in
drive
Accra.
through the red
But
light.
not in Accra.
Okay,
But
Ransford,
if that's the
not
case, then
in
it beats
Accra.
the purpose of moving to the destination on time, like you are suggesting.
Exactly.
No, what I mean is, no, it doesn't. Because if you are in a traffic in Accra, okay, on a Monday morning, driving even on this beach road to Accra Central, you cannot tell me that the motorbike, which is driving faster than the car because of the slow pace of movement, okay, and it gets to a traffic light, within some few minutes, it has to drive through the traffic light when the light is green, and then it drives through. Definitely, you get faster to your destination than you being in your private car. That is what I'm saying. Most people join this Okada business not because they don't have cars.
Okay.
Most people park their cars at vantage points because of traffic and the cost of fuel.
Okay.
So when I am in a new developed area, okay, where it is very difficult to get car to the main roadside, I'll drive my car to a filling station.
So the best solution to this, then the best solution is to build more roads, more flyovers, and all that. But not to
we have the short term, the medium
it.
term, and then the long term plan.
Okay.
Because if you want to have a short term plan, people will still die. Accidents are still going to occur, and people will still die. So how many people should die before we get to that stage?
I'm coming. When the former
How many people
president
do you want to die?
He see the need of augmenting our transport system. He came in with the Metro Mass, okay. Then Atamils and John Mama also came. They add up to the Ayalulu. Still, we are having challenges because of our road networks.
Okay.
So instead of those buses, which are supposed to move on time from one location and get to the other location in time, so that even if you are a government worker and you want to move to your place of work, you can even park your private car somewhere and then join the Metro Mass system, which moves on time and then get to your destination on time. But these things did not work because of our road networks. So now we need to build the road network. Don't forget that we are a middle income country, okay? We still need more to do. And now going to even the rural areas where they don't even have the feeder roads, okay, also becomes a problem. So we have a long way to go. And for us to be able not to hurt, the economic prospect of this country, we need to move the economy, okay?
So we have to do through legalization
look
of
look at those who
Ransford, are you telling me you are going to do that through legalization of Okada?
Look at those who do this, what do they call it? This parcel service. What's the name? Those delivery.
Yes.
Those delivery. Gifty. Sometimes you even want to drive to get maybe even something from town, okay? But because you look at the traffic and even the cost of even you driving to that point, you end up having the service of Okada to deliver that thing to you within a short possible time, and it even make your business move even faster. So whilst we are looking at
the bottom line is the thing is bad. The thing is bad. The thing is killing people.
Look at
let's
when
for once
it's being legalized.
Let's for once put our feet down, be firm, and do away with this Okada thing. For once,
the MPP has accused your party of just being populist with the Okada issue.
It is not.
Why is it not populist?
You see, when you look, I have a cousin, okay? He's a driver.
Okay.
He stopped driving. He's doing Okada. Then I asked him, bro, what is happening? He said, look, he's driving a good car because, he's doing a chauffeur for somebody. He said, what I'm being paid there, and since I started doing Okada, I'm now in a better position, taking good care of my kids and other things. The kids are even in private school.
Wow.
And he's doing well. He said he has not just one, he's having more
bikes.
More bikes. Other people too are using, and they come and do sales too.
They'll be killing people everywhere.
It is not, you see, when you regulate it, all this thing about killing and the accident.
No, the thing is, it will not calm
because,
down.
Because,
it will not calm down.
Because,
How is it going to calm down?
Because
this one is friendly. How is it going to calm down?
They are not in a rush running away from a policeman.
Then you are still fulfilling the purpose.
No.
Because the purpose is to get to wherever you are going faster.
When you are driving, you know one thing. When you are driving your car and your roadworthy or your insurance is expired, and you see a policeman ahead, do you know what happens? Your blood pressure goes up. I am telling you, you know it. You drive, you know it. When you are driving, unless so you make sure before you step up, you make sure that when you are doing an illegality, okay, and you see the law enforcement agency, you start panicking. And that is what happened to the Okada riders.
And I'm saying that
they are engaging in illegality because in our
we
laws,
have to stop them and find better alternative.
What is
and the better alternative is what we have brought. And the better alternative is the flyovers we are building all around in our first term.
No,
that's the better alternative.
Flyovers are just in a certain areas where we think there are traffic.
So we'll get there.
We will get there when we have a flyover from Nsawam to Accra.
Listen, we'll get
there when we have a flyover from Accra to Winnipeg Junction.
People's life.
That is the time
we'll get there by protecting people's life.
No, you see.
No, but let me also put it across to you. The more we build or construct roads, the more people buy cars. I'm buying 3 cars next year, God willing.
Yes, but you're not going to use all the three cars at the same time. You can't drive all the 3 cars at the same time.
Another cousin of mine is buying his car. My brother is buying a car.
Yes, because we are growing. Wait, it's because we are growing. The population is growing.
Ago, the Chinese were here and they committed Ghana. They actually, it was quite interesting what they said. They said Ghana and its economy seems to be growing. And you know what they said was a reason, because there are so many cars.
You see, that's what they said. You know, this part of the world.
Because when they see more cars, they know people have money.
This part of the world. This part of the world.
Because they don't drive cars like that.
Wait. This part of the world, we see cars as luxurious rather than seeing it as a necessity.
Yes.
You see, but if we should see it because we see it as luxurious,
as we are coming here, do you think if you ask me to join your car to this place, I would have driven my own car?
I would love to see.
But because you don't trust me, I don't trust you. I won't sit in your car.
I would love to see.
So you see a single person driving alone from Tema right away to ministries, alone in a private car. You count as many as in the morning when they are going to work. Everybody drive one in their cars. Meanwhile, that is not how it's supposed to be.
Listen, I'm praying to see
more traffic.
If we Tema around the motorway, if in Tema around the motorway, around the motorway roundabout, we have a car park, and you get there, you are from maybe Gulf City, Tripoli, and those places, and you drive your car to that point, you park. The
British are time conscious.
So it's a system. It's a system failure. It's a system failure. We need to work on the system.
And they know that if the bus that moves from, let's say, Trafalgar Square to, let's say, King's Cross, King's Landing, King's Cross moves at 8 and should get there in 30 minutes. I would be at Trafalgar Square by 8. Join the bus and then move, or maybe to Hyde Park by 30 minutes. They will definitely, and most definitely ensure that they are at Trafalgar Square at the set time. Now, that is not the nature of
That's not the nature here. And
otherwise we'll be using buses.
Exactly. That is why the rapid bus system is not working. It's not working.
We have the buses. Whatever. You want to come to town around 6. You want to get to town around 6.
Yes.
Trotro is not working at that time. What do? Must you wait for the trotro? No, you come. And I'm saying that because you are seeing it as something we must have. Even something that, let me tell you, when you go just here, just SA, you see Range Rover as a police car. You see Tundra as a police car.
Are you saying Range Rovers are used by the police?
I'm telling
you. Who? Which is?
Yes, you see the cars, they use luxurious cars as well.
Okay.
And at that place, when your car passes, nobody looks at your car.
It doesn't,
because you don't take huge sum of money to go get a car for yourself. If you are working and you have a pay slip or you have salary you live on, you just go in for a car. At the end of the month, they take something minute, something like they say 200 or 300 cedis a month.
Wow.
You use that
for a car loan.
for a car loan. You use that car when you are tired of it. You take it to the dealer. You get a new one. So it is like you use the type of car like over and over and over and over. You see, that's how it is. So for there, you see a Range Rover and so what? You see Benz and so what? And because you know why the police have been using those luxurious cars, it is in their law. When you produce, you know they produce cars there. So when you produce car, there's some portion that you allocate to the police.
Oh, we started producing cars here, so we should.
So you know, Kantanka gave cars to Ghana police service. You know, Kantanka gave cars to Ghana police service. So it is like that. So there nobody, but here it's like we are always in competition with ourselves. And this one is using Lexus this, Lexus that. That's why we are stealing money and all that.
We are yet to see results from Swami magazine. Yet to see results from what do you call that place? Abosokai. Do you fear it will affect your chances, your fortunes in this year's election?
I don't think so. It wouldn't. Did you see the video when Nanado went there?
There was a huge throng. It's always been the case,
Yes.
but they have also complained about.
It is a strong.
It is your
you
strong
know,
vote,
no, Dakwa has already won. It's part of Kokompe, right?
Okay, so she's won.
Yes, Dakwa has already won.
Okay.
Dakwa has already won. So it wouldn't affect us. Listen, we did a whole lot for them. We reduced some of the tariffs, you know, giving 50% and all that, just for them to have flexibility, you know, when they bring the things, they bring the spare parts and all that, they also have something, you know. So it
if
is
you
not
go to Abosokai to say this,
it is not.
they will chase
But
you.
it is no, it is working. It's working. It is working.
If you see how the Abosokai guys are crying.
They are crying and they voted for. If they were crying, it would have been vivid in this election. I'm telling you.
You know for a fact.
I'm saying it would have been vivid. It would have been clear.
I am telling you.
It would have been clear.
I am telling you that the shock is yet to come. The shock is yet to come.
See, so the shock that is yet to come is JM losing.
How sure are you that JM is losing?
JM is losing. We are leading. We are in a comfortable lead. Not the.
What are we losing? You are in power. We are taking the seat from you, and you are saying we are losing.
We have 54.40.
From where? From which commissioner?
It's a provisional result.
From where?
From EC. They are collating. We are collating. What are you talking about? So we've counted for police. We've counted for police stations. We've counted for police stations and we are collating.
But you won't get away with this in 2020.
What do you mean we will not get away? You lost. You see the difference. You lost. The margin was so big. There's nothing you could have done about it. No, there's nothing you could have done about it.
Then you see
nothing you could have done about it.
Coming out with their own results. And this is what happened in 2016.
I'll be discussing more with my panelists, Gipsy and Ransford, my favorite guest on the ZTV. We've been coming your way live since 7 a.m. This morning. It's almost midnight, and we have some minutes to go, almost some 15 minutes of airtime to go on the show before we drop curtains to come your way again tomorrow at 6:30. So yes, ZTV has been your companion since the start of polls, and we are still your companions as the voter results or the poll turnout, you know, keep coming in. We will take a quick break. When we return, our conversation will continue.
Hello and welcome to the maiden edition of the Food Excursion program with me, Erajua Aju, but you can call me AJ for short. This is the show where we take you around the globe on an excursion to places like Nigeria, Liberia, South Africa, Canada, Portugal, Morocco, just to mention a few, bringing you their best tourist attractions, the do's and the don'ts, their culture, and most importantly, their cuisine. Yes, you heard me. Food, my most favorite part. Watch as we bring an embassy official representing every country in Ghana cook some delicious mouth-watering dish just for you. So, if you are a food lover like me who loves traveling and trying all kinds of different cuisines, then you do not want to miss the Food Excursion Show right here on ZTV. Make a date.
My dish musufu sajindi ba ko penny. Ade ne ekoye sayakika. Amanfo se ade amosie. Yesi sini adwuma ewu eye nokre. Yesi sini adwuma no etunku eye nokre. Ebinum se ewia eye ampa. Yesi ansa na wo yoba na wo resi ni twa ansa na be star no eye nsem bibre amanfo na akika wo. Ene ngofo na aka wo me de menti you. Enwuma ye atu ye mrante nye sika wo mu. Amanfo se eye akika wo. Omo se nye sika no mu di enye nwum sika. Ne mum nyoma ehye kire. Na chere se ye busa se edien ene kata so nti ye be fififu na ji ne akwako hu saman no enti na me chere o se kame ho eye sergeant D e was ZTV so ukua de bia eye 12 o'clock akika trending issues ene dien it's all about entertainment edien na ekoso e wa nwumtuo no mu edien na ekoso e wa sinitwam ye se wura sinitwam a ena o sinitwa ase enti de wura sinitwam ye be doso ko ye be kwa nwumtuo mu ye be doso ko ye be ko social media bra be kame ho edien na wate edien na wonti ye bra be kame ho ne ye pese mu e was ZTV so ukua de bia thank you.
I know you're drunk in power, brother, that's not juice. I see you chasing meals, my brother.
Yes, Rastafari, greetings, one and all. The name is Black Santino, and I'll be here right on ZTV every Sunday night. And I'm bringing you 1 hour of flavored reggae music. You know what I'm saying? And the name of the program is Real Vibes.
Rasta got soul, reggae music rocking my bones.
Stick and stay, and don't you touch this or dial in fight. Playing all the remote control and call somebody and show them say Black Santino upon it. Every Sunday evening, Zion TV, and that will show you. Zion will be.
No, you can't influence me if you do any that thing for me, but reggae music be a sing. Some don't know the history and don't know the thing. Big mouth them no stop blabbering. No nah show respect.
Are you disappointed in not gaining admission to the university? Are you interested in gaining the necessary skills for your career? Are you interested in gaining international certifications after the end of your program? Then Porter's International College is the right place for you. Porter's offers 6 to 12 month programs in entrepreneurship, business, hospitality, marketing, and IT. At the end of your program, you have the option to transfer your academic credits abroad or be gainfully employed. Porter's International College gives easy process and admission to schools in the USA, UK, Canada, and China. For more information, call us on 0244 271 978.
The world is dying.
Interesting.
Together we will cleanse the earth to the strongest.
Maraba numero for Abaza TV Bulemuto. Atini entire full jima creation and broken entire for creation and broken. Member for Aboya Nation and newspapers Nabatram newspaper headlines. But the neighbor barre mana delicate Bemalga common graphic called Abrafo. Mana Ghanaian Times Abrafo. Mana delicate Abrafo. Intubation na Unkode Lefi Bashina. Kerushi Bashina. I never been led by Boyare. Atini entire full jima creation and broken entire for creation and broken. Mayor Fepe, I never been for Bumfana. I never for Salaga, and better for Bupi, I never for Daboya, Yebrubare. Nin Ghana, Nin Banya, you initiative. I'm so Jande at the entire foliage, my creation and broken, tough creation and broken. Member of Labor Boyer. I'm so Jande, Ba, and Bachato, the Ghana and Banya, are you initiative. A Fenton Taffel, Lakal, Fenton Taffel Fera, and Badanga so. A member Tangram from Safo, never call on telephone. Never call WhatsApp Namara, Fenton Sanya WhatsApp on Facebook now. On YouTube now, I'm a Kenyan member of Labor Barre. I'm so Ba, and Yebrubare, and Palmon so Ghana and Banya, the Gaka initiative.
None of your gun at all. Ghana musician, Bemi Chololoni, me or the car, Namia Conducti Favada. Akodada, Manya, Mutani de was soon about Alakasa and watching. Bafo the Hutu, Rachi Buala Sefalaw. Kajemi, Ushiki phone, Tebe, she won't twin your Sudo, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Angola, Rwanda, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Sudan, Africa, Okomofra, Wanimbibia, Judelinsa.
Anyan tokwasam party asari anyamanso
Party moon tokwa I'm on my biswa this year I go yankwa be cross
oh hi party moon tokwa I'm on the baba akoda baby basa
Ghana mai Aye bejania kotogo Ana
baby all the
Ivory Coast Burkina Faso ana say
Ghana
Yetraudo
Adona ya
Sofia yeye
Ghana mai wana yewa
Tiene Kabina minka biama mwe Eya jechira Eti sabato benduswa Fako propotie kasana ya sikai Marima hane hima Penini mofro Yechicha wasani monei Go Agudisemi Firidei Na ye frigo mantokwa Pati sembi dibaye
Still on break up. Hey, I could be uncutty. So my betting kunima. I can't anima. Nature and carbon so. What is it? Send carbon to pay a juma. I just said, you want to say, party A, party B. Yenna Ghana for about to wait. And to not know. So Mama said no.
Any penny would it show? Baby,
any betuma epiroke omam when Gana Jibuli Gana Jimini any bell on a quawe any bell on a quawe any bell on a quawe Gana Jibuli
Kabi mami Kabi Chasai and Punta Chira Wajina Mitra Wajin Chasai ya Tamfo So be one party be the party I Chasai ya Tamfo Umayangina Mo Yatina Wadonia Sundiemu Natana funny to my preference There are no tea Gana man and
Bobe manko ya ekupala Jagana fe Tamo boli wofi oleta Ea wakabinsha Ke eko mefemo Aya foko shikine Koni wabu ejole ni wanane ya faba Ya keja Gana Yetra odo Na sumye yenye
Emanti ene mabawa Mumye masuna muntia power So man you be yen tokwa Mini wumye no have the power So let's keep the peace No party beef One to one say you suko chromati Divided we fall United we stand God bless
Ghana Me want on my guarantee me strive with papa my infant to tata I have some get a fata timunya Intokwa na munya Ni fata for my inchuma Yakuya Kaibu seli ebunya Rockstar
Yamfantu mwasia ado Enkotu abeyo Somanube ya Yamfatu yamfajana Bible to be Bibi Pakutale Nifa Abana ya batunya toka Yesoma ya ina ebeda Mama ya nodo ya Gana me Yawa sunje Maya sano Abato inti Urusa ya diane Jeni mwenye chirinuma Sika chifa shiyamba Inti muma ya nodo ya Yenye baby arako Yenza nyegana Iti wama yemfodo Asumudri entu abeyai
Nekeyo mine gokwe none Keje na motu muda bomolo Keo nye mikwe ni ngasayo Moye nyuke masi Moye Nigeria Wabe krene jamasane batowo Yeko wane wafo wahe Semo hunke hanwose
Inti ya pasuwe Yentu no domo Ghana.
Say yes, any J and Odo to Palco, Asompi Kuma, he busy Odo Isabel. And why you, woman, to Tonya?
Shall be war with Ghana
One loving, one loving, one loving, one loving, one love, one love, one loving, one loving, one loving. What's all yeah. Say I come from the south side and you come from the north side. Just know there's no division. We are one people, one aim, one vision. Whether you come from the western side, central or eastern side, no say together we're stronger as a nation. Mother Kade, Mother Blow, Bangade, Bobo Toto, Lanyek Blow, do my Akade. Me the call, we say peace, we know war. Looking at me face, my brother, do you want war? We say peace, so we know war. Looking at me face, my sister, do you want war? No way, no. One people, one nation. One people, one nation. One people, one nation. No way, no. One people, one nation. One people, one nation. One people, one nation.
King promise, hey, one. Wakas mama son, she die. Yeah, yeah. Echo me femo. Nigga na man e wono. So my brother and my sister, oh tell them make we live in peace.
One people, one nation. 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 One people, one nation.
Goddamn. Police is uncle, trouble is uncle. I take to darling, you tell a tale. Opila tablet, when you pin me goalie. The corner to go to the Zalay. This is some long over yellow slave. You tell you some long over value life. LPP and DC to the sea.
One people, one nation. 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 One people, one nation.
Nipa bakone, yeni baby agana ya nese. Inga tofuye soma yenda. Where you go there, I'm running back. Peace and unity, baby, they want any party. Share a friend of God, Madonna, yeah, Mama.
I don't want to war. For the country to prosper, we are all involved. For the next generation, we must stand tall. You're my brother, my sister, and I love you. We are
one people, one nation. 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 One people, one nation.
Are you ready? Say, and you the politicians for your party, sir. When it's time to party, then they put aside the party, sir. Wrap this around your head, you know be Taliban. Cold war, so dead body when send a cardigan. Cinnamon preach, no violence, love and the unity, peace, free and fair election, missing P. T. Breast up, but call the millipede. Koto Wabana Kofi, Conga Pibu.
One people, one nation. One people, one nation. One people, one nation.
Hey, the yellows are in the bastard, you the taba, so the bataba. It's about time Ghana got the Zapa, you the taba. The yellow one nation, so we for come together. That can party, can't get together, they cannot together. Massa, we go together. Hey, Satan must go, Ghana must go. The woman tap laugh, Massa, the two year blues. Give my Kayama.
One nation, one people, one nation. One people, one nation. One people, one nation. One people, one nation. One people, one nation.
Tattoo boys, yeah. Get by the crack, get the shon crack. In the mijibo equia, in the mijibo fighter. Meti go me musa ni fi otun monoko ko eko nke wo fe yo wa de boji wo gomo ngo shi agbe elo ja o ja no ni reading
one nation
o ja share
one people one nation
o ja
one people one nation
if ya e no te cry
one people one nation
o ja keje
one people one nation one people one nation
Olodio, Ghana view, to call the Caquil and Yassi, Mayana would see Fafa the cow war, Lolo, Plenugo Massesse, Nahu, Maba would see Fafa the cow war, then no mere domain, Wunya, Claire, war, Netada, Nahula, then no mere domain, Wunya, my bang, Papa, the cow, then I'm here to man. Wunya, Claire, Netada, Yabagana, the Caquil and Yassi, Yata Miaba, Shady peace, no one, yeah, it's never got no Miato.
Back on your screens with live updates on election 2020. Polls closed about some 7 hours ago, but we are still here bringing you updates and still with my colleagues. We've heard of some mighty falling. We've heard of others who are still standing strong. The Takrady MP, who is the regional minister for Western Region, says he is confident of retaining his seat with 80% of the votes. It seems that is not the situation. A very mighty tree, should he fall up north, some mighty trees are falling, or are falling according to our checks, not confirmed yet, like the Minister for Defense, Dominic Nitiwul, not confirmed yet, but we'll be giving you the updated figures as and when. We're also looking at the Deputy Health Minister, who seems to have lost his seat and his hold on the Teshi people, who would never, ever, ever so far give any candidate or any person 2 terms. Well, that has been the story since 1992 till date. They've never ever given anybody 2 terms. That is what it's looking like to end up for Teshi. Now, it's only Ajay Boy of the MPP who, of the NDC who had 2 terms, 96, and then I think prior to 96, that 1992, he had 2 terms in office. After that, there's not been such an incident. They boot you out when they feel like, and they bring in a new face. So that's the situation in Teshi, where everybody thought the incumbent Dr. Bernard Okuboy would be retained. Still in the studio with my guests, we are looking at somewhere in Navrongo Central, where the new Patriotic Party's parliamentary candidate, Tangoba Abayaji, who appears to have conceded, well, the story says he appears to have conceded defeat even before the official declaration of the parliamentary results. She was saying that, which was, saying that, or she posted, unfortunately, I lost to the men, but I raised my chest boldly out. Never has there been this fight in Navrongo. So she lost to Samson Charagia of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, and she says, well, she's still proud of herself bearing her chest out despite the loss. She says this is the first time there's ever been such a fight, and she's sure of, better days ahead. Okay, so people are saying Okuboy has won. People are saying Okuboy has won. Well, the finality of the situation, we'll be getting, we'll be speaking with the correspondent from Lajokuku in a bit. Earlier figures we were having were indicating that Okuboy was the victim to a resounding defeat, but figures coming in now indicate otherwise, but unconfirmed yet. We'll be looking to the news updates on that to see if indeed Okuboy has been retained or his contender, the person of Bernard Aiku Nate, has been given the nod. So back to the studio. Let me say a very big thank you. I have a lot of thank yous to pass around, especially to my crew, most especially the indefatigable director, and then my head of production, the man in charge of the show at the moment, and the other crewmates, everybody here at ZTV from the start of the show at 7 a.m. till date, but most especially to my guests who are helping resource this discussion with their insight, with their knowledge, with figures, with their presence, most especially. Let me say a big thank you to them. And like I keep saying, they are and have been my favorite guest, Ransford Odwe of the NDC, and Gifty Asedwa entry of the MPP. Lovely people, very nice people, nice to be with, and they've done us the honors of being here with us. We're grateful. Very, 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 very grateful. Earlier, Gifty was also extending her appreciation to ZTV, even saying to the extent that there were hard times, yet ZTV was behind her. Of course, knowing your worth, ZTV would always value you, and indeed, we value Honorable Ransford Odwe as well. 2 very indefatigable persons who do their very best at whatever time called upon to represent and to support our political discourse. It's been a fruitful political discourse since the morning show, Start Right, began. You've been part of us since. You've been helping with the show, and we are also grateful in that regards.
Thank you so much. I think it is just in order that we do this, since Ghanaians are all ear up, waiting to hear what is going on across our nation. And they also thank your platform for giving them the information that they much needed at this particular time. So we are doing this together, and it's for country and for God. So we do it wholeheartedly, and we are glad to be here. Yeah.
Gifty.
Yeah, he said everything I wanted to say. Yes, we also appreciate you giving us this platform. And like I said, during hard times, you said you were there, and I'll never forget. No, I'll never forget that. And to our viewers, our callers, you know, those who always want to see us, especially those who want to see me on Wednesdays, you know, they always have some zeal wanting to see us come, argue, bring out facts, enlighten them, people to learn and all that. We are glad we do this with all the joy and excitement, and we pray that this program goes a long way. It runs a long way. Yeah, keep on educating and informing others.
Right, you're getting some figures from your correspondents also. If you can share some of them with us. We are also gathering the figures as they pour in. I know for sure that some 25 plus seats of the NPP has fallen to the NDC, and in that same vein now about 9 of NDC seats have also fallen in the hands of the NPP. But those 25 plus seem to be very huge seats, including the seat for the Defense Minister, Dominic Nitiwu. Interestingly, it's falling into the hands of the NDC, whilst the 9 recorded, you know, for the NPP, not so much of an issue. Some of them seats that previously the NPP had, or you know, have had sway over. We're looking at, you know, times within the next few hours where the figures will come out clearly. And again, we're still waiting for figures from the Lukuku if indeed Bernard Okoboy has been maintained. Gifty.
See, I said it is not over until it is over. You see, because earlier on we heard that Okoboy has lost, and now news coming is saying he's maintained his seat. So until the EC,
not yet, not certified.
So until the it's not so until the EC declares him, then we can't say that. So Ransford, I still have hope that I'll win Ladade Kutupon seat.
For Ladade Kutupon, I think it's a D'Angelo.
So until I hear it from our EC, Mr. Frimpong,
Gifty,
until I hear from him,
yes, the EC would do just that for you.
Yes, declare
yes,
the NDC winners.
Nothing can be done about this.
That's a sure.
Yes.
But
you lost this seat. You lost this seat the very moment you went. You did your your primaries. That was when you lost the seat.
No, I told you.
So I don't see why.
We are practicing democracy.
Yes.
And it was delegates who spoke. They decided.
You see, when you want delegate to decide on the fate of
it's not same. No, it's not same with your party.
I am coming.
No, but it's not same with your party.
You see, when you have this electoral college thing, that is why we even expanded our electoral college. True. So that at least we are having 9 branch executives from each polling station. Each branch, not polling station. Each branch voting for the candidate. And this 9 polling station executives, they have engagement with the party faithful during meeting times.
Okay.
So before you even go to the polls, those party faithfuls who also go and have communication with their families and friends also tells you the direction they want the elections to go, you see. So sometimes when you are not a grassroots person and you don't listen to the grassroots, when we're making the choice, you know, our candidate came in with a lot of men. She was the only female, okay, and yet we elected her out of the many men she contested with. It is not just because we think the men are stronger or they have the muscles to fight. This, when you are going in election, it's a strategy. You need to know what will make, I mean, the deal for you. So you go in.
That's what. Hold
you
on.
go in
hold
for
on.
a candidate.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Coming in is emergency press briefing by NDC. Now, what is this with this your?
But you had a briefing. I mean, nothing.
Are you coming to concede defeat?
Oh, not. I don't think they. When we are leading the parliamentary seat. You know, we are having more parliamentary.
No, you are not leading.
Now.
You are, no, you are not leading.
They seem to be leading.
We are leading.
They are even taking your seats
in terms of the parliamentary candidate.
We've also taken their seats.
No, what I mean is,
but not in we are also taking their seats. Don't forget, we were leading them with about how many seats?
About 20.
About 23.
That was with the previous parliament.
Yes.
I'm talking of what is happening now.
I'm saying that about 23.
Yes.
And 23. If you've taken, you mentioned what 19. We've taken 10 out of it.
There's no way.
They are like 25. I have about 25.
28.
But I have about 25 here.
And there's more coming.
So still you not lead.
What I mean, what I mean is, if we are to go by anything, say what we are having now, okay, is what we are to go by. Then we have clearly won the election. That is what I'm talking about. So let's leave what we are coming to.
The 1 million people who voted against John Mahama are still alive.
We don't have 1 million people voting in 2016.
And they are going to.
And they are going to. That's the difference. That's the difference. And they are going to vote against.
They are alive.
You understand? The 2016 election, as we speak now, it has not been gazetted by the EC. Okay? So when you are coming out with that 1 million, I don't even know where you always get that. We know in 2016 you won the election. Okay? But as to
with a difference of
what?
1 million and
something that has not been gazetted. How will I even?
It is one. If you go this is common mathematics.
But
figures together.
It's not about figures.
It's about figures.
You agree that they won?
Yes, it's about figures. No, it's about figures.
Over 600,000 plus.
Over 1 million thousand.
Over 600,000.
Over 1 million plus.
Over 600,000.
So you are disproving
over 1
the fact that
votes.
Yes, and
another 400,000 plus.
You see, that is why they are using that 1.2 million free SHS vote just to cancel that 1 million vote they have claimed that they won the 2016 election with. So you see the MPP say
NDC is nothing for MPP.
Anytime they are coming out with figures,
nothing for MPP.
They keep saying we have 1 million vote already and we have 1 million.
Yes, because those people are still alive.
If you look at the SS in ballots printing and stuff,
those people
that's the ballot that we burned. Even up to yesterday, we were
18. You have more people turning 18. You have more people turning 18. The 1 million are still alive.
You look at the numbers. These numbers are reflecting the 1 million they keep saying.
Okay.
So the intention was to steal 1 million votes into the pool.
Even with this provisional results, we have over 1 million.
When even the electoral commission law says that when you are printing the ballot papers, you only print excess of 5%. You go ahead and print over 20%, 30%.
How did you?
And we keep telling you that. We have our agents, and all these were been.
So you were doing illegal means, right?
No.
The agents could tell. No, the agents could tell.
Did you know that yesterday the ballot papers were been?
It is never true.
No,
you are not aware.
I
said it is never true.
Ballots were banned.
Ballots were banned.
No, from where?
From where?
Where were they?
Ours were printed from back press.
Okay.
You see, and they brought it, and we said no.
No, but the papers, the developed papers came in this morning.
What I mean is, when you know, we keep them at the armory, and when they come in, our agents have to check and sign to it before they are being kept. We know the ballot papers we are going to use in the constituency. Okay, so when you print more than what we need, which has even amount to causing financial loss to the state, because all those ballots.
So now,
you saw the image.
Now the ballots.
No, that's what he said.
So what was
the point is making
were you the when you were burning the ballots?
I'll send you.
Videos can be edited.
No, you have them.
No. Videos can be edited. Videos can be put
nothing has been edited.
Gifty seems to be digging her heel in the ground, refusing to accept the fact that. Let me.
Okay, so I am not accusing the issue of doing anything.
No, we didn't waste any money. Nobody wasted any money.
Permit me to inform the public of these results of the polls from some parts of the Krowo and then some parts of the Ledukuku constituencies. United Church Polling Center Presidential, the MPP's Nana Dawka Akufo-Addo polled 99, whilst the NDC's John Dramani Mahama polled 100. Gooms Christian Andrews polled 1, rejected ballot 1, spoiled 1. Parliamentary Madame Afolekwe polled 96, Madame Momo Latte 105, and rejected ballot 1. Hilltop Polling Center B, expected votes to be casted 204, total votes cast 142. Presidential MPP 65, NDC 74, rejected 3, total votes cast again repeated 142. Parliamentary NPP 63, NDC 75, Ghana Union Movement 2, rejected 2. Now to presidential and parliamentary results for Ledukuku Municipal Assembly Presidential Section B, expected 493, total votes cast 373. The MPP polled 201, the NDC polled 171, rejected 1, spoiled 1 now for parliamentary. The MPP polled 219, the NDC polled 153, and 1 was rejected. Now section A presidential, MPP polled 212, NDC 181, GUM 1, CPP 1, whilst the rejected ballot was 2. Parliamentary MPP 216, NDC 177, and GUM 2, rejected ballot 1. Teshi Salem A, Salem A 548, expected ballots to be casted. Presidential votes casted 400, NDC 222, MPP 173, GUM 2, then parliamentary, NDC 209, MPP 177, GUM 3, NDC 1. Teshi Salem B presidential, NDC 253, MPP 144, GUM 5, parliamentary, NDC 237, MPP 150. Asawase Market 285, Asasewa Market 285, expected presidential, 247 voted in that particular polling center. MPP polled 86, while the NDC polled 156. GUM polled 1 at Old Library A, presidential 44, MPP 176, NDC 260, GUM 1, CPP 1 rejected. Now parliamentary for the Old Library A, MPP 179, the NDC 258. Old Library B presidential, MPP 164, NDC 272, GUM 3, NDP 1, 2 rejected, 4 spoiled. Parliamentary NPP polled 168, NDC 265, GUM 2, 1 rejected, and 2 spoiled. So these majority of what I mentioned so far are the parliamentary and presidential for Ledukuku. Earlier I had mentioned some parts of Krowo where we're getting wind of the fact that the NDC's Na Momo Latte, who in 2016 was a victim to the victory of the incumbent and Minister for Aquaculture and Fisheries, Na Afolekwe. She is leading. Right, so those are the figures. Those are some of the figures, like I said earlier. Right, so some people are already jubilating. Some people say or are claiming victory, both presidential, parliamentary. Some are also saying otherwise. The outcome, we are expecting the EC to let us know by the close of the day. In fact, by 7 p.m. Tomorrow, we're expecting the EC to tell us exactly what and who won the presidential race. So back to the studio with my colleague, guest. So we have barely 10 minutes to go. Barely 10 minutes. If you have anything else to add up, any top up, whatever you're seeing, I can see that some smiles are returning to the cheeks of Gifty after the initial bout where she felt, untoward after receiving some bad news of her some of the constituencies, especially like from where she comes from. In fact, her areas, Cantonment, the Burma camps, etc., lost. Interestingly, which is often not the case, to the NDC.
No, I'm not surprised. In Cantonment, I think we lost 2 seats. Fine, 2 polling stations. Yeah. In Burma camp, it's been like that. It swings. Sometimes it favors the NDC, sometimes it favors the MPP. So, but with Kwaje, the NDC winning all polling stations and all that, those ones I really don't get. And,
but interestingly, in the latter times, we saw the presiding member, who's assembly member for New Kajano. Where Akwaje is, yes. We saw him doing some donations.
He's been doing donations. He's been doing this. He's been doing this always.
I see.
It's not that because we are in an election year.
Okay.
He's been doing this, and Ransford here can attest to it. He does all this from his partners. From outside this NGO and something they've been doing. So it wasn't about the elections. He does this every Christmas when gets to. He gives people fridge to sell water, cylinder and stove, those who cook Indomie and all that. If you recall, I've said on set that those things that Mahama said is coming to do, we are already doing them, like paying for the apprenticeship and all that. And you remember I mentioned his name, that Honorable Ba has been doing them already. Yeah, so it is something that he has been doing. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So still discussing election 2020. Ghana has voted. Ghana has been to the polls, and Ghana has spoken. We are yet to get the vote, the voices amplified in through the throat of the Electoral Commissioner Jean Adukwe-Mensah. Hopefully before 7 p.m. tomorrow, she'll be doing that. Ransford, the NDC seems to have done a good job in Lalakotopong.
Like I said, when you are bringing a candidate, you have to look out for a candidate who is a grassroots person, because this is a local governance system. Now we have the parliamentary results being declared at the polling station, even because that one is a returning officer job to do that. And this is something we do it as internal something. So when you want, anytime you want to bring in a parliamentary candidate, you look out for somebody that can do the tricks for you. And there are people right from day one. Right from day one.
Don't be excited because
tell me where you are going to. Tell me the police stations.
Thank you. Police stations we
won at the prison's canteen.
Oh, come on.
That's my youth.
You see, let me make my point.
That's why I said no. You can't claim.
He has the right to claim he's leading. So he has the right to claim he's leading. He's not comfortable.
If you want the seat, you wouldn't have kicked Obama out. You eventually don't want the seat.
This is not about Obama.
You have a sitting MP.
Like I said,
who is a deputy minister, and you don't want it, and you are giving that. You said we should go for gold. So you mean what we are having?
We are practicing democracy. And delegates spoke. No,
Don't go there.
Allow him to make his point. He never said anything against your party. Allow him.
I'm not going to tell you. If tomorrow would have been there, if tomorrow would have been there,
he didn't say.
Tomorrow would have been the election. Like today, I would have.
He can make his point.
He's not making his point. That is his point.
Issues.
No. Why can't you? You are not being.
If tomorrow would have been the election,
is it because you
if tomorrow would have been the voting,
is it because you are
I would have said things that he wouldn't have even got one vote in last.
That's interesting. But how serious is
because he's a brother.
What at all will you say that will not make him get one vote in last?
Oh, but this is an NDC
which you
boy.
Which you don't already said. You've said it already, and it's still getting some votes.
We don't use certain. We have allowed the system to flow.
No, but these are things you said. Your party has.
Pounded. They should tell us where
you've pounded. So how come he didn't get him to lose?
Tell us.
More votes.
No, but he has lost. He has lost.
He's a party member. If he wasn't qualified,
he has NDC card.
No. Many people. Can
you prove
it?
Gifty.
The discussions with family, his neighborhood.
Since when has he become a member of the MPP?
Can he
prove it? So the question was asked. Which grassroots group is Gerald?
Listen.
He was exposed candidate just because
he's a recent addition to your party. But which grassroots? And this question has been on the lips of the opposition and DC.
Who said to go?
This is a serious concern. We don't play ampé here.
But who is playing ampé?
We play serious politics in
Who is playing ampé?
You understand? Look at you mention cantonment, you mention other places, and you want to bring in a sponsored candidate.
Let us the serious feet.
Somebody who has never been in local politics before.
Ransford.
Somebody who has never been in local politics.
You promised me you not laugh at her. At this moment you are laughing already.
Yes, I must lose laugh.
I am happy he's a young guy. He can still go back to his profession and join his mother party, which is the NDC.
Okay.
Allow the MPP to feed in their own candidates.
He was your ninth bear.
I am telling you.
He was you are telling me he was your ninth bear.
No. He was. Look, when you went to pick him, we said, look, this is just.
So I'll give you 1 minute to just wrap up, and then I'll come back to you. Don't interject.
Let me say. Let me say good evening to a friend in Tamale. She's Ramatu. She's watching us. She said, this is one of the best stations. She has been searching through the stations, and
we are grateful.
She has just locked her down on the station.
We are grateful.
She's really enjoying our program.
We are grateful.
So, all I want to tell my sister is that she shouldn't worry. She's free to join our party. The winning team. We are bringing everybody on board. The communal labor. This thing is working. Just come and then you have somewhere. We'll put you somewhere. Let's work for Mother Ghana. Let's Ghana work again. We are rescuing Ghana. We are gaining independence again. We are taking Ghana from the mother serpent of corruption. We want Ghanaians to own Ghana back, and that is what we have demonstrated today. Today election is all about
just because
Ghana.
You won last
Today election is about the sovereignty of Ghana.
Nanado is in the
comfortable
position. You are talking about rescue mission. What kind of rescue mission are you talking about? Nanado is leading. Nanado is winning.
To where?
Nanado is leading. We are winning Ghana seats. We are winning. And I'm saying that yes, I can't lose last. It's fine.
Oh, no.
Even with that, until EC declares it, I'm not accepting it.
So forgive me.
For us, it's a done deal.
Okay.
Ghanaians have really
keep on dreaming.
Our message.
Keep on dreaming and rescuing
they don't want this nepotistic government. The family and friend is too much. We want to protect our resources, and then so that future generation yet unborn can also come and benefit from the resources. We don't want one family to inherit the whole nation property and then amass the wealth to themselves.
From what we are talking about.
I am not.
Okay, give to your 1 minute. Your 1 minute. Give to your 1 minute.
As Nanado is winning, JDM, we are retiring him for the second time. He should go and take care of his grandchildren and great-grandchildren. Whatever he has, he has already done to Ghana. We have already seen his handwriting. We have already tasted his fake news. The NPP as a whole, I'm talking for NPP.
So today you don't want to accept as a whole. You don't want to accept facts on your phone
and
again.
So what I'm saying
when you come here and then you go on your phone,
when I'm saying when you cut my veins, it is red. It is red, black and white. There is no way I'm joining the NDC. Yes, I can work for Mother Ghana, still be with my party. You also work for Mother Ghana, still be with your party.
Right, right.
And there's life after politics, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh yes,
that's
right.
So
even there's
big thank you to the Executive Director for Parliamentary Network Africa, Samuel Beng, who was here earlier, and also big thank you once again to Give T Asedwa entry of the NPP and Ransford Ni Oduyemo of the NDC, my most wonderful guest for the day. Let me also appreciate these people. Senior Kofi Kuva, Elizabeth Gordon, Alberta Poku, and Estina Kwachi from Poma, also Elizabeth Amado, Manina Ikao, and Barbara Apena, who were reporting from various locations just to keep us, updated. And then, before I forget, Senior Abu Karim, all the way up north. Also, a big thank you to Na Boko Angenu Kwashi, who also brought us figures from across some of the polling centers. To Shatta, Mr. Entry, and to the one and only coach, Senior Odote, I say a big thank you. Also, big thank you to Oheneba and Senior Napo. I also like to say a big thank you to Reggie, going up and down, doing a lot of job and stuff for us. To the senior men, I'd like to say a big thank you to you, including Massa Baka, and then Senior Justin Lai, head of production, head of editing, Senior Napo, and then big thanks to Nana Bright, a big thanks to Massa Perry, big thanks to my one and only director, King George. Great thanks also to King Solo, whose movement out of the studio was efficient and, in fact, up to speed to get us where we wanted to be and back here when we were needed. King Solo, big thank you to you. So to Auntie Fua also, in absentia, big thank you to you. Big thank you to you, Auntie Fua. And then let me also appreciate you for watching. You who are home doing the visuals and all that. But the sound, which is very essential, came all the way from Papa Stanley. Papa Stan, who has been tremendous also in production this day. We say a big thank you to you. Ni Kwe is the man who has been pushing. The big push came from Ni Kwe Kote of Nungwa Sanshi. Ni Kwe Kote of Nungwa Sanshi. The man with the big push. We call it ZTV. Ni just measure. I wanted to say something, but I said I might not be here tomorrow morning. So it's been a wonderful time with you. It's been wonderful. It's been a pleasure. And I'm also honored to have served you in this capacity. Nete Akosonete is my name. God willing, Ghana would speak louder through the throat and on the tongue of the Electoral Commissioner, Jean Opoku Ajiman. When she comes to speak to us, let's pray for her. Let's pray for the commissioners. Let's pray for the commission also. Madam Jane Mensah will be doing the speaking tomorrow. But before I say bye-bye, I say need to promote the brain behind this, the vision behind this. We say Numu Oyi Ana Olada. I've been your host, Nete Akosonete. God willing, tomorrow morning at 7, we'll come again with live updates. Remain safe, remain blessed. Remember, Ghana first. Bye-bye.
One loving, one loving, one loving, one loving, one love, one love, one loving, one loving, one loving, one song, yeah. Say I come from the south
side and you come from the north side, just know there's no division. We are one people, one aim, one vision. Whether you come from the western side, central or eastern side, no say together we're stronger as a nation.